Thanks for joining us. I'm Adam Cooperstein. We are on the cusp of a new front in this coronavirus fight. By the end of this week, parts of New York State could slowly reopen. The metrics continue to go in the right direction. The number of daily deaths now down to 207. It's still a lot, but it's also the lowest daily death toll since March 27th. And the state reporting 521 new COVID hospitalizations in the past 24 hours. That's the lowest level since March 20th, the same day the state went on pause. And look at this. The field hospital in Central Park, it's getting taken down today. It was built to handle a surge of COVID-19 patients from Mount Sinai Hospital. More than 300 patients were treated there in total. Meanwhile, people are anxious to resume their lives on this gorgeous day, Mother's Day. It certainly wooed a lot more people outside. Look at this. The sidewalk in front of Sammy's Fish Market in City Island, packed with people waiting for a meal. Nearly everybody was wearing a mask. Not sure about the 6 feet of distance, but let's go out to Domino Park in Brooklyn, where the NYPD was supposed to be stepping up enforcement of social distancing as per the mayor. News 4's Miles Miller is there. What have you seen, Miles?
That's right. There's plenty of people on the lawn here at Domino Park. You can see that they are in groups here. They've got the picnic going there. That is what we see here at the park. But police were supposed to be here, and the effort was supposed to be to control entry to the park. It's pretty hard to do that here. There are so many ways to get in. So instead, police tell me they've been handing out masks and just telling people to keep their distance.
Have the NYPD working with other agencies from the very beginning of the day, limiting the number of people go in.
That was the mayor on Friday announcing that cops would limit entry into Domino Park. Today, none of that to be seen. People crowding the lawn, some without masks.
At the end of the day, everybody's a human being and no one wants to be cooped up in a house.
Eric Freeman was lounging with friends. He said he worries people aren't taking social distancing seriously because the virus hasn't affected someone they know.
I lost my aunt to COVID a couple of days ago, so I just want to say that everybody should take the whole rules of following for the pandemic real seriously. I was one of those people who was like, oh man, this mask is stupid, this is the... But once it affects you, then you start to realize that this whole situation is real.
Governor Andrew CUOMO saying today the number of people newly hospitalized with COVID-19 has returned to the level it was when he ordered New York's non-essential businesses to close.
Takes us right back to where we started this hellish journey.
A journey that's nearing the end for some regions of the state. The governor says he plans to hold a conference call with county executives across the state to let them know if their county is eligible to reopen on May 15th. You see it there, the sign reminding everybody to keep this far apart, 6 feet apart, while in the park. And the cops here tell me that if they can't keep 6 feet apart, at least they have the masks on. Maybe they're 4 feet apart from the person next to them. But it's hard for them to tell if these people live together, so enforcement is tough. But they say anyone who doesn't have a mask is being given a mask by the NYPD. They say they want to play a helpful role at this park today. We're at Domino Park in Williamsburg. I'm Miles Miller, News 4 New York.
Yeah, that's a good point, but just being there certainly helps. Miles, thank you. 2 more children in New York State may have died from a rare syndrome linked to COVID-19. Governor Cuomo says the 2 deaths are being investigated, and if confirmed, that would mean 5 kids in the state have now died from pediatric multisystem inflammatory syndrome. At least 85 children in New York have been diagnosed with this newly discovered disease. The rare illness, first reported by News 4, has symptoms similar to Kawasaki disease, including rash and a fever. Doctors say early recognition by a pediatrician and a referral to a specialist or critical care is essential. New Jersey announcing another 140 deaths today, bringing the total in the state to over 9,200 lives lost. Governor Phil Murphy says the rate of infection continues to drop there, but they're still not ready to pull back on stay-at-home orders just yet. New Jersey's largest COVID test sites are now testing people who are asymptomatic. This is a big step forward. The drive-through sites at Bergen Community College and PNC Bank Art Center were only testing patients who were showing symptoms. Starting today, the Bergen site open to asymptomatic frontline workers. They're also testing people who have been living with someone who has COVID-19. PNC in Holmdel is going to open tomorrow at 8 a.m. They're also going to use that same testing criteria. The field hospital at the Meadowlands Expo Center is now closing. It opened just over a month ago to handle a surge of COVID-19 patients. Governor Murphy said the last of those patients in Secaucus would be transferred to East Orange General Hospital. State officials say hospitalizations have declined nearly 40% after hitting a peak in mid-April in New Jersey. But even as the situation slowly improves there, many families had to spend Mother's Day at a distance. Of course, Governor Phil Murphy banned visitors going into nursing homes, which is so tough. But News 4's Adam Harding is at a nursing home in Paramus where families managed to show their love for Mom anyway at a distance. Adam.
It was certainly a challenge, Adam, but these families were able to stand face to face with their loved one. The only thing separating them, a window glass, I should say.
Hey, Mom. Hey, Mom. How you doing? You look so pretty.
It was not the Mother's Day Carol Singer was expecting.
The color of the face mask brings out the color of your eyes. It's very blue. Yes.
But it was the best her family could do.
Why are you talking so loud in my ear?
In the time of COVID-19.
Here's your great-granddaughter.
Memories
79-year-old.
shared through a glass window.
Your hair got long.
A celebration
Oh, nice lipstick. You're just, so popular, Mom.
at this Paramus nursing home.
And as soon as you can bust out of here, we'll take you to see some horses. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's not go too crazy.
Separated,
It's all good, right, Mom?
yet together.
She's our mom, and it's Mother's Day, and just the opportunity to see her is amazing.
Mom, did you see the snow yesterday? Yeah. Can you believe that, in May?
It's been a really, really weird time, and I think it's put things in perspective and made us appreciate the little things. It's made us slow down and appreciate all it is that we have, including being able to see our mom through a window.
An unexpected challenge.
It was awesome. I was looking forward to it, the whole week.
But a day full of love.
It's a big deal. I mean, she's been quarantined and, hasn't been able to get out, and I think this is like a big outing. She'll probably be exhausted later. She'll probably need a nap.
I used to say it was just another day, but this was very special.
I love you, Mom. I love you.
Next year at my house.
For sure.
And Adam, that's what so many families tonight are hoping. Next year they will be able to be with their loved ones in person. Hopefully by then the virus will be behind us. The question now for some families is what happens next month for Father's Day. Either way, families today say this was an extremely special moment to see face to face and let their mothers know on this Mother's Day how much they mean to them. We're live tonight in Paramus. I'm Adam Harding, News 4, New York.
Yeah, I have to get creative out there, that's for sure. Adam, beautiful story. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Today Governor Cuomo issued a series of new rules for nursing homes like we saw there, and a change of policy. In New York, residents can only return to a facility if they test negative. And if a nursing home is not able to care for somebody who does test positive, that person has to be moved to another facility for quarantine. And nursing home employees now in New York State have to be tested twice a week. Connecticut Governor Ned Lamont laying out a state reopening plan, even saying restaurants can open on May 20th for outdoor dining only. But for some, that isn't fast enough. About a dozen people held a picnic sit-in at the state capitol, demanding the state reopen. The Libertarian Party of Connecticut promoted that event on social media. They called it a peaceful protest for liberty. Most of the people we saw, they didn't seem to be wearing a mask. As you can see here, they did at least seem to be distanced a bit. All right, more than 507,000 people across the tri-state have now tested positive for COVID-19. Nearly 34,000 people in the 3 states have now passed away because of the virus. Well, the entertainment world again mourning iconic R&B singer. A big loss here. This is Betty Wright, just passing away from cancer today.
Was making it easy for the cleanup woman.
Betty Wright's legendary music career spanned over 5 decades with chart-topping songs. Clean Up Woman, Tonight is the Night, No Pain, No Gain. She also won a Grammy Award for her 1970s hit, Where is the Love? More recently, Wright produced music for Diddy and Kelly Clarkson. A lot of people didn't know that. Betty Wright was 66 years old.